Welcome back to the zone. It's really been too long. A lot of things have changed, biggest of which where I'm located in the zone. Funnily enough, now you can find me at BBC RP. Yes, that is what it's called. Anyway, you're here to learn shit, get a fundamental understanding of what's going on, and I'm here to do that for you. We've got a new skill system, straight from Syberia, and we're gonna run down that list in just a moment. You start with 70 skill points that can be allocated as you see fit in 7 different skills, each of which you can get better at by performing different actions within the zone. Starting off, we have immunity. Immunity is how well your own body can fight through injury and illness. It's your immune system, plain and simple. And just like your immune system or a vaccine, you need to get sick and get better for your body to get stronger. That's how you build immunity. Next up, we have medicine. Now sit back and get out a pen, because this one is a doozy. This isn't your grandma's system, where you can slap a bandage on a bullet wound and still make it to tea time. You play loose like that, you're fucking dead. Doctors are needed in the zone, because there are pills, ointments, and all sorts of chems that a layman can't tell from baby aspirin. There are resources available for those of you who want to know what you're shoving in your body, or those who are inclined to embark on the hard-fought journey of discovery. Discovery of what to do with someone who is bleeding out of both ends after walking into an anomaly. Don't worry, there's always a cure. Anyway, going into the details about doctoring is something for another time. All you need to know is that medicine is important. And the only way to get better is to provide medical assistance, which need I remind you, you can't do if you're fucking dead. Athletics does what it says on the tin. You lose less stamina, running, jumping, punching, kicking, and holding your breath. There's a lot of shit that wants to chase you down in the zone, whether that be people who want your wallet, or hellish aberrations who want to turn your sternum into a charcuterie board. Needless to say, you'll want to be able to run, and run, and run for a long, long time. However, there's a bright side to this. You'll be doing a lot of running anyway, which means you'll build up your athletics ambiently by just surviving and moving throughout the zone. Now, strength lets you carry heavier loads, hit hard, and manage your recoil. And much like I said earlier, this isn't your pappy's gunplay either. Guns can kick like a motherfucker, so you want to be able to handle it. You're gonna have a lot of shit in your pack in the zone. If you want to survive, thrive, and make money, that shit can get heavy. Doesn't matter how long you can run if you're the slowest in the pack. You can build up strength by cutting down trees or fighting with melee weapons. If you think it's a good idea to fight one of those monstrosities with the butter knife you came in with, it's probably best you don't come into the zone at all. That is to say, strength is notoriously difficult to build up in the zone, so you're going to want to pump some iron before you head in. Stealth is probably the most self-explanatory. It makes it harder for mutants to see and hear you, and it makes it so that you make a little less noise when you're trespassing around. To get better at stealth, just crouch real low and move around the mutants and other folk unnoticed. Out of all the skills, I personally care about stealth the least. In a world where bandits sit roadside waiting for you to walk by so they can rob you, it doesn't really matter the volume of your footfalls as you run for your life. However, there's a slight upside in stealth, that being that it can provide you with better vision at night. Survival. Something you likely don't value very much if you decided to risk life and limb in the zone. Regardless, survival means foraging, making fires, building structures and shelters. You gain skill in survival by doing all the things I just mentioned, obviously. If you came to the zone to be a fisherman, survival might be your specialization, but for the rest of us, we can get by just fine with a small amount of education on the matter. Finally, hunting. Hunting is critical. If you're just starting out, almost all of your income will come from butchering mutants and selling their parts. Now, killing these beasts can sometimes be a big ask, but with great risk comes great reward. The better your skill in hunting, the more meat and mutant parts you can get from butchering one of these bad boys. More parts means more money, and more money means better equipment. And better equipment means a better chance of survival. I'm clearly showing my bias towards this skill for all you rookies, However, it is something you'll be doing a lot of in the zone, meaning you'll be able to practice and get better at it. But if you come in an experienced butcher, it might help you make money fast. And that's what you're here for, right? To make money? Think about why you're here in the zone. It's the most important question any stalker could ask. What the fuck are you doing in this irradiated wasteland? And don't forget to jot down your name right over here on the forms. Pick something nice, cause you're gonna be stuck with it. Now that we've gone over skills, we're going to quickly address something very important before we move on to the fun part of playing dress up. In the zone, you only have one life. Now when you get put down for the count and wake up in rookie, that's what we call a heavy wound. Now if this happens to you 20 times, you're gone. Plain and simple. The life you had, all your friends, contacts, weapons, and money, gone. So play it safe. Don't risk your life doing something stupid. Comply with demands from hostile parties, because the hardest thing to earn back in this hellhole is your soul. Now that that's over with, let's get back to the fun stuff. The first time you get into the zone, and every time you come back from a heavy wound, you'll get to pick your loadout. The clothes on your back and the gun at your hip. Different articles of clothing offer different levels of protection and function. One of those functions being how much shit you can stuff in your pockets. You could be a fashionista if you want to, but style may not be as important as wearing something practical. Now, there's 3 guns you can smuggle into the zone with you. The PM pistol, the sawed-off BK-18, and the sawed-off IZH. Important thing to note, in the requisition forms, someone mislabeled the sawed-off BK-18. You can make the distinction between these 2 weapons by the coloration of their wood. The BK-18 is a brighter red-brown, whereas the IZH shotgun has a more dull and weathered appearance. Not sure how long these things will be mislabeled for. You know how bureaucrats are. It's best we have patience. Now, the PM pistol is a pea shooter. It may be the only thing here that can handle more than 1 in the chamber, but that may not matter when you're shooting spitballs at the back of the mutant's head. It's a fine sidearm, but is the only thing you're bringing into this radioactive wasteland? I'll have to pass. Next up, we have the BK-18. This sawed-off, break-action rifle is chambered in 7.62 by 39, the same round used by the S.K.E.R.S, if you're familiar. This round can pack a mighty punch from a decent range, and is zeroed for about 200 meters on the iron sights. This is the weapon for all you sharpshooters out there. If you think you can hit something in its head, this puppy will treat you just fine. Last option, the sawed-off IZH, one in the chamber, just like your rifle. But this one handles 12-gauge slugs or buckshot. Now, I'm a shotgun man, and in my opinion, nothing beats hitting a boar with buckshot from 5 feet away. Shit is bound to get in your face, and the IZH is bound to blow their face right into hamburger. That should cover your loadout. If you head out without approval from the proper channels, you'll end up on Rookie Island. Spend some time there. Get a grasp on things. I'll be back with more advice soon. Stay safe, Stalker, and good luck in the zone.